All right, welcome back. This is the second attempt at posting the assignment for week 6. I apologize. My equipment went down for a while, and I had to fix the microphone. So that was kind of an odd thing to happen, but got it fixed. So we're back up and running. So let me repeat what I did before, and I'll just repost it. And it gives me the opportunity to add something else to it too. So look at the assignment that we have up on the screen right now. I want you to open up this, and like I said, this is the only assignment that I want you to do. You can look at the other ones, and you can make an attempt to do it, but I'm not going to require posting of having completed those assignments. What I would like you to do, because the Canvas is set up to receive those assignments, review the work and then just post something like I reviewed the work, and that way I can give you full credit for the other assignments in week 6. So the only one that I'm going to give you credit for is the one you're looking at now. Okay, so we're going to do number 1 when we're looking at military branch and push-ups. We're going to do that here together, and then you guys are on your own to do the restaurants and sales. Now, what I want you to keep in mind is that in an ANOVA, you have one dependent variable that's continuous. Remember, continuous is a number that can be subdivided, like a ruler. If I say it's 12 inches and I say, it's half of a foot, you can say it's 6 inches. Or 1 foot is 12 inches. If I say, give me a third of a foot, you can give me an answer that's consistent, and that makes it continuous. Age is the same thing. If I say somebody's 100 years old and his brother is, 1/3 his age, you can calculate it, and it can be accurate. Whereas if I give you an opinion on a scale of 1 to 5, I like red, that's not something you can cut in half and be accurate. So that would not be continuous. So for the dependent variable, it needs to be continuous. For the independent variable on ANOVA, it has to be either nominal, remember, just categories or names, and ordinal, like a Likert scale information, opinions. All right, so let's get going. So for number 1, I want you to keep in mind which one of these would be the dependent and which one would be the independent variable. Push-ups could be, how many you can do in 2 minutes. It could range from 1 to 100. And you're saying, well, people do peter out after about 100, even the most in-shape guy. So that's got to be ordinal because it doesn't continue on forever. But no, it is continuous because I can cut it in half. I can cut it in a third. If I do 60 sit-ups and my brother can only do 1/3 of it, how many did my brother do? 20. All right. There's no ambiguity. There's no gray area. It's very cut and dry. The math is very simple. That's you can subdivide it. That's what makes it continuous. The military branch, those are the names of different branches, but the names are, in other words, they're nominal. They're categories or titles that would make them nominal. So we meet the criteria for an ANOVA. We have continuous data and we have nominal data for the independent variable. So let's get going, and we'll do one, and then you can do the other one by yourself. So we're going to come up here to first of all, we're going to get out of this page. We're going to go into the SPSS. We're going to go up to Analyze. We're going to go to General Linear Model, Univariate. And you see you have all your variables here. So dependent, remember, the one that's continuous is the one we're going to see among and between the branches is going to be push-ups, and the fixed factor in ANOVA is where you put your independent variable. And then later you guys are going to do the restaurant and sales by yourself. So keep in mind when you do this, I'm not going to tell you which one of these is the dependent variable and which one is the independent variable. Remember, the independent variable has to be nominal or ordinal, and the dependent variable has to be continuous. And in SPSS, scales is a continuous data. Okay? All right, so here we go. So we can leave it the way it is right now and just push OK, and it'll give you the ANOVA. Now, the ANOVA is somewhat incomplete in that all it's going to do is tell you if there's a significant difference or not between the military branches in terms of number of push-ups they can do. And that's fine, but if you want to determine exactly who has the highest number of push-ups and who has the least number, and is that difference significant, you have to do something that's called a post hoc. That means that after the ANOVA tells you that yes, indeed, there's a significant difference, when you want to say, well, where is the difference and among, between what groups? So that's what we're going to do with a post hoc. We're going to go ahead and choose this Shiffy test. There's different ones that we can do, but this is the one we're going to choose. Move the factor over the post hoc test for military branch. Okay, hit continue. And then something else we're going to do, leave this alone the way it is, go down here to estimates of effect size. Effect size, just like you did with the t-test, tells you whether or not, even if there is a significant difference, you want to know how strong that difference is. The example I gave you before, you can say that my cold remedy does have a significant effect between the two groups that I compared, but the effect size says, the effect size is so small that, even though it's significant, you may not even buy this product. The difference is so little. Even though the significance tells you that the remedy did have an effect. Okay, if it wasn't significant, it would say that you would have gotten better with your cold no matter what, even if you took this pill or not. The significance tells you that, yes, the pill had something to do with the fact that you got better. The effect size tells you, but really strong, yeah, it really made a difference, or it was, it's hardly worth taking note, and you really don't need to buy the pill, given the cost of the pill. The change is so small. Okay, so you want to see this too, the estimate size, and then in ANOVA, it's the eta value. So go ahead and click it this way, hit continue, click OK. Okay, so these are the numbers you're going to get. So this is what I want you to look at first. Okay, here's the partial eta value. This is the effect size. And we tack that on at the very end. Look at the significance level. Okay, don't look at these. We're not going to look at the corrected model or the intercept. We're going to look at the difference between military branch and push-ups. So look at this column here and tell me if there is significant difference between the groups. Okay? Now, if there is a significant difference, then you go down here and you try to determine where that significant difference is. Now, I'll let you interpret this. Remember, significance is less than 0.05. All right, so if it's more than 0.05, you can stop here and say, you know what, between and among the branches of the military, although some might be better at doing push-ups and they might be in better shape, there is or there isn't a significant difference between and among the groups. So if there is not, you can just stop and say there is no significant difference in the amount of push-ups that they can do between military branches, and just stop. Now, if this is significant, less than 0.05, then you look down here and you see where those significant differences are. So here would be Marines with soldiers, and the significance. Marines and sailors, the significance. Marines and airmen, the significance. Okay? So that's pretty much it. Go through it and see if there's significance overall between the groups, and then down here specifically where those differences are. Okay, so I told you how to do this. I showed you how to do this, and I can see that my recorder is working and everything should be fine. So I'll repost it, and good luck with it, and have some fun with it. And I think most of you have really worked hard, and hopefully I've calmed some nerves with these videos. Statistics is supposed to be fun. That's something that gives you a headache, and something you can apply to your work and to your dissertation or whatever else you do. Okay, I'll stop here and I'll post it.